Mein Hut, der hat 3 Ecken. 3 Ecken hat mein Hut. Und hat er nicht 3 Ecken, dann ist es nicht mein Hut.
Well, it's another Opa's Corner. So, let's get started. 3 blondes are in front of the heavenly gate. Each of the blondes lives a sinful and depraved life of lust and drugs. Yet, after their deaths, they find themselves before St. Peter. Peter looks at these 3 girls and shakes his head. Then, after a moment, he speaks. Okay, ladies, the Lord has decided to be merciful and to give you another chance. I'm going to ask each of you the same question. If you get the question right, God will let you into heaven. If you get it wrong, then it will be hell for you. Peter then reminds the girls, you will each be asked the same question. So, if the first girl gets it right, the other 2 will get it as well. So choose carefully as to who will answer the question first. The girls whisper amongst themselves, and the first blonde steps up. I will answer first. Peter eyes her over and asks, what is Easter? The first blonde thinks about it and answers, it's where everyone decorates their trees and gives each other presents. Saddened, Peter informs her, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. Suddenly, the big fiery pit opens up below her and swallows her up. The second blonde steps up. Peter asks her the same question. What is Easter? The second blonde smiles and proudly announces, that is a day when everyone dresses in green, and if you don't, everyone pinches you. Peter looks at her saddened. I'm sorry. The pit opens up and then swallows the second blonde. The third blonde steps up and smiles widely as Peter asks, what is Easter? The blonde proudly announces, that is the day when Jesus was betrayed to the Romans and crucified by Pontius Pilate. When they took him off the cross, they placed him in a large tomb and sealed it shut with a large stone. Peter was surprised. That's very close. What you describe is Good Friday. What comes next? The blonde continues. Well, the next day they move the rock away, and when Jesus comes out, if he sees his shadow, there'll be 6 more weeks of winter. One day, while he was at the track playing the ponies and all but losing his shirt, Mitch noticed a priest who stepped out onto the track and blessed the forehead of one of the horses lining up for the 4th race. Lo and behold, that horse, a very long shot, won the race. Before the next race, as the horses began lining up, Mitch watched with interest. The old priest stepped onto the track. Sure enough, as the 5th race horses came to the starting gate, the priest made a blessing on the forehead of one of the horses. Mitch made a beeline for the betting window and placed a small bet on the horse. Again, even though it was another long shot, the horse the priest had blessed had won. Mitch collected his winnings and anxiously waited to see which horse the priest would bless for the 6th race. The priest again blessed a horse. Mitch bet big on it and won. Mitch was elated. As the races continued, the priest kept blessing long-shot horses, and each one ended up coming in first. By and by, Mitch was pulling in some serious money. By the last race, he knew his wildest dreams were going to come true. He made a quick dash to the ATM, withdrew all his savings, and waited for the priest to bless and tell him which horse to bet on. True to his pattern, the priest stepped onto the track for the last race and blessed the forehead of an old nag that was the longest shot of the day. Mitch also observed the priest blessing the eyes, ears, and hooves of the old nag. Mitch knew he had a winner and bet every cent he owned on the old nag. Then he watched dumbfounded as the old nag came in dead last. Mitch, in a state of shock, made his way down to the track area where the priest was. Confronting the old priest, he demanded, "Father, what happened? All day long you blessed horses and they all won. Then in the last race, the horse you blessed lost by a Kentucky mile. Now, thanks to you, I lost every cent of my savings. All of it." The priest nodded wisely with sympathy. "Son," he said, "that's the problem with most people. You can't tell the difference between a simple blessing and the last rites." And now for the funnies. No wonder your battery is draining so fast. You need to close these 1.2 million background apps. Good? Nah, she's the best. I'm leaving you, Frank, because you're a shiftless, low-down, good-for-nothing imbecile. And might I finally add, you have the head of a chicken. Listen out there. We're George and Harriet Miller. We just dropped in on the pigs for coffee. We're coming out. We don't want trouble. To avoid dog bites whenever he jogged, Ken wore his decoy ankles. Okay, ma'am, I'm going to ask you to walk a straight line. Then I'm going to ask you to bisect that line with a perpendicular line that slopes to the equation y equals 3x plus 5. Mittens and Rufus wanted today's wedding ceremony to include traditions from both of their cultures. Sled chickens of the North. An object at rest will remain at rest unless acted upon by another force. I just love how they come individually wrapped to seal in the flavor. I'm worried about Junior. He's been hanging out with that no-good rabbit, and now he's got a full body tattoo. lousy mockingbird. Do I cough it up here, Papa? No, no, son. Never on the bare floor. Always the rug, the bed, clean folded clothes, and heating vents. First! Hold on there. I think you misunderstood. I'm Al Tilly, the bum. I'm not sure it's realistic to expect to find someone exactly like you. History's first tear gas. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Pardon me, sir, but it may interest you to know that lions live in the open savanna, not the jungle, and do the majority of their hunting at night. But why let facts get in the way of a popular folk song or a late-night snack? Now take them big birds, Barnaby. Never eat a thing. Just sit and stare. Godfather, get a hold of yourself. It was only a movie, for crying out loud. Hey, when did we die? Whoa, Jeff. You snagged your sweater. Oh dear, I forgot to empty my pockets again. Thanks a lot, Ma. Sorry, ma'am, but your neighbors have reported not seeing your husband in weeks. We just have a few questions, and then you can get back to your canning. Cards for humans. Not thinking of you? You may pet me now. Sorry about barfing. You are acceptable. Tech support. You're far too kind to the customers. I'm going to download more human-like characteristics for your hard drive. So, he got choo-choo eyeball, hair down to his knee, he wear no shoe shine, he got monkey finger, walrus gumboot, Ono sideboard. I gotta be honest, Mr. Lennon, I'm having a hard time getting this sketch to come together. Congratulations! It's green! Red, blue. Not funny, Moses. Number 1. Are you familiar with Murphy's Law? Yes, sir. It's the adage that anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Very good. So, are you aware of Cole's Law as well? No, sir. What is that? It's a side dish made from cabbage and mayonnaise. Darn it! And that concludes another episode of Opa's Corner.
Mein Hut, der hat 3 Ecken. 3 Ecken hat mein Hut. Und hat nicht 3 Ecken, dann ist es nicht mein Hut.
Opa's Corner is now available on my own YouTube channel. Like, share, and subscribe.